Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of blackgapbooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole, King Dio, and Lauren Frey. And for the first time in my life, I have returned to the shithole that is Reddit. That's right, I am now a Redditor. I have lowered my IQ so significantly, I am now frequently browsing Antiwork, the Cinemassacre Truth, and female dating strategy. This has been like something I've been wanting to do for a while. Actually, is cover all these weird subreddits because this is something that doesn't really come up in general internet discussions. I think like the upsides and downsides of each specific internet community and demographic and just websites, like what service works best for the vast majority of internet users. And I've always maintained that 4chan is always the best and Reddit is always the worst. And the reason for that is because Reddit allows for an upvote system and oops. Well, 4chan does not. And what that ends up doing is that each individual subreddit revolves around a specific idea, a certain bias that sort of develops this weird sort of extreme subculture within each individual subreddit. So as a result, you get really weird, out there, sort of extremist attitudes and ideologies on Reddit, as opposed to 4chan, where the best ideas always win because there is no upvote system. Like, ideas are evaluated based on their merit, as opposed to what the upvotes want you to think is the best, the best point that people made. And browsing subreddits like Antiwork is a really good example of this. It's just the weird, extremist, ridiculous sort of nonsense you see on here. So let's go ahead and look at this. When you know you're quitting at any moment, IRS direct deposit hit $9,000. Why were you late? Watch your mouth. So, like, the point of this post is apparently that this person is going to quit their job because of a tax return, which is one of the stupidest things I think I've ever heard in my life. I've never even considered doing something like that. Like, typically, like, when I was destitute, poor, broke, had nothing, like, I was using my tax returns to just accumulate money, just sort of like put it towards necessities, put it like keep things going for a little bit while longer until I could sort of get a real career going, start my own business, start doing everything I wanted to do with my life. The fact that this specific post comes up on Antiwork really shows the core problem when it comes to the subreddit and like its community, is that these people at their core are terrible with money. They're lazy. They make excuses for themselves. They try blaming other people for their problems. They try blaming capitalism. They try blaming their managers at work. They try blaming their jobs. They try blaming like work culture, the very concept of a 40-hour work week. I can tell you right now that I work significantly more than that. I'm working all the time, actually. Let's see. I'll have to calculate. Let's see. I'll have to calculate how much I work. Like, last time I checked, it was like over 60 hours. It's probably more than that. It might be 70 hours now. But, I love what I do. Everything I'm doing, never been happier. I love everything I'm doing in my personal life. But these people are lazy. They're lazy. They're stupid. They have no idea what they're doing. And that showcases itself very well in this comment section. If you're getting tax returns this big, you're doing taxes wrong. Let's see. Where was... Let's see. And we're talking about taxes. I want to talk about the actual work culture. Let's see. What are you gonna do with that? Quit for a few months and run out of money? Lol. Exactly. This is all you have to say. Like, quit for a few months. Like, $8,000 isn't a whole lot. Like, I can't imagine getting that much in a tax return and just like quitting everything, like that's money you can invest, that's money you can put towards something else, you can put towards it, you can put it towards like all sorts of things. But this idea that you obtain money to be able to get out of work, to be able to not in order for you to not work is absurd. It's ridiculous. Like it's a bad mindset to be in. Like, you're always going to have to work in some capacity. It's the nature of being alive, right? You're always doing something. So let's see. Look at me. Let's see. This kind of shows how financially illiterate many people are. Get a few $1,000s and think you are made for life. Yep. Short-sighted. Yep. Yeah, people are kind of calling this out for what it is. Even this is ridiculous for Antiwork. This probably wasn't the best example, but does anyone else cry before going into work because of the dread of having to work your shit-ass job with shit-ass people with shit-ass pay, and you don't have a choice because you need basic amenities to live? Yeah, I've even had days where I thought about jumping off one of the ladders at work just to get some medical leave. I fell off a ladder at work once. My boss wrote in my schedule that I was off an hour before it happened. I wasn't hurt, but the fucker was clearly trying to make a case that I shouldn't have been there, and it wasn't work-related. I nearly did the same with the case. It's like, it comes off like, you hear so many of these stories, they can't possibly all be true. Like, you hear this so often from these people that it just becomes... sounds like the beginning of my typical work-related mental breakdowns. Not so much crying, but rather wide-eyed awake at night, debating how I should off myself. Then I remind myself that it will only ever be a job to me, and worst comes to worst, I can try finding a new one, which personally I find easier when unemployed anyway. I think about it this way. I'm stressed working this shit job, and I'll be stressed quitting this job, but which one can lead to a change in circumstances? I'm not saying quitting is the better choice, but it can be the right choice, even if it's not an immediate improvement. Yeah. I think about death every night I work. I work for Amazon, and I'm just so worn out, but I can't take a pay cut. Nothing I'm qualified for is hiring. I'm so tired. It's not even that bad. About to start selling my body on OnlyFans just to make ends meet. I consider myself privileged. Oh, no. Again, like, reading in between the lines of these comment sections, you really get the impression that these people made a lot of poor decisions in their lives, and this is why they've end up where they are now, like working for Amazon, working these jobs that they don't care for, getting nowhere in life, like having to pay rent, like not owning their own home. Like, there's so many major red flags when you really dig deep on the subreddit, and that's kind of what I want to do with this series, is go through like these daily posts and kind of update, make a regular sort of update video in regards to the subreddit and just the nonsense that goes on here. Having a All right, thank you all for watching this video. Be sure to check out my books at blackcatbooks.org, and I will see you all next time. Thank you.